Captain by a hook with a red beard. Captain by a hook with a red beard.
Yes. Check it. They'll turn me up a little bit. Yo, the beat is knocking, but it's that boy Dobbs, huh? I didn't came live, huh? Thursday, baby. Second day of March. I've been looking forward to this day specifically, March 2nd, for about 5 weeks now. I've been doing these bracket breakdowns. 5 weeks. 5 weeks. This is the finale of Big Ten to wrap up all the conferences that I broke down. And then from now until pretty much Sunday of next week to March 12th, the next 10 days will be all about conference tournament championships. So I'll touch on the Big Ten and the brackets today. I'm going to do 10 teams, even though there's only 9 projected to make it. I think one of these teams that aren't projected to make it is going to force their way in and steal a spot from one of these teams. But I'm going to break down all 10 of them. So it'll be a jam-packed show. I'm going to try to run through it as quickly as possible so I don't end up talking to you guys for an hour and a half. Also have 3 bets for tonight in the college basketball slate. I haven't even looked at the NBA yet. I've been so caught up in college at the moment. I'm gonna just do a little peeksy weeksy at this NBA slate going on tonight on Thursday. 4 games. See if anything just jumps out. I don't know. I'm not gonna go on a 76ers rant. For some reason, everybody is surprised every year that they're trash, and it's like, who do they have that's even good? you know. Joel Embiid is an above average player. However, everybody else on that roster is average or below average, and I just don't get it. Of course, who am I? I'm a college basketball specialist who peaks at the NBA rarely. However, I just don't understand it. Yeah, they're trash. Why are y'all surprised? Anyway, that's about it. That's what I got for you guys today. I guess I can jump right into the Big Ten Briggity breakdowns. Last night, I will touch on that real quick. Last night, I gave out Xavier plus 3.5. They won outright. I tallied up my record for the whole season. Winning record. 243 bets. I'll give out 3 more tonight, 246. Probably chill tomorrow. I'm gonna go crazy Saturday. I'll probably end up getting a 260. I can see that 260 by the end of the season before conference tournaments start. And then I'll probably give out another 50 just during champ week, and then another 100 during the tournament. So I'm gonna be betting. I'm a gambling fool, as they say. After Xavier won, took 2 bets that I didn't give out. Honestly, I apologize for this one. It hit me at 7:24 p.m. Central Time last night. Why am I not taking Gonzaga's over? So I tried it over to my computer. Looked at the line, 152. Should have definitely gave this out on the show. Took Gonzaga's over, and then I put Texas plus 3.5 in, which the reason I didn't give out that one on the show, I believe it was plus 1 or plus 1.5. When I did the show yesterday morning, I saw plus 3.5 jumped all over it. Even with the refs trying to give TCU the game, it was... I never say things are rigged. I just think the refs were calling tic-tac fouls on Texas and letting a lot of borderline no calls go on TCU, which kind of made me a little mad. Also, Texas missed a lot of free throws. They ended up only losing by two, my 3.5 coverage, so I really can give a hoot and ham what happened. However, watching the game live, it just felt a tad bit weird. But yeah, ended up going 3-0 last night. That was exciting. I hope y'all don't get mad. I've never done this before, but I know I'm about to talk for 40, 50 minutes. I need to blow my nose. I don't know what's going on this last week. Maybe it's the weather change. My nose has been dying on this show, and I've been fighting through it. But for today, I'm going to go blow it real quick. I apologize. I will be back in probably 30, 40 seconds. Alrighty, tighty. Let's jump into this. I haven't done the intro yet, huh? It's Captain by a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dives, going live on this beautiful March 2nd. It's a Thursday. Conference tournaments are in full effect in the mid-majors. And the final 1 or 2 games are being played in the big boy leagues. Jumping over to this Big Ten Briggity break down. I'm going to start with Northwestern. If you look at their metrics, you'd be surprised at their record. 20-10 overall, 11-8 in a tough Big Ten conference. I'm going to say this real quick before I really dive deep into these games. Big Ten is my favorite conference. I love slow pace. I love defense. I love games that feel like a boxing match. And that's what you get in the Big Ten night in and night out. Yeah, the fast pace, running guns, shooting, it's exciting. It's electric. But I love hard fouls. I love teams where you really got to like, okay, everything we're trying to do, they're shutting down. They're bullying us. They're shutting it down. We have to adjust on the fly. That's what I love about the Big Ten basketball. It's the league that makes teams adjust the most. However, with that being said, I think this is, I don't know. Usually you go into the tournament and it's like Big Ten versus everybody. Like, but I don't feel like it's like that this year. I don't feel like the Big Ten has put fear in anybody. I think the Big East is the team that's really like, got the whole country on edge as far as I don't want to face anybody from that league. I don't think anybody in the Big Ten puts fear in anybody except for maybe Zach Edey alone. However, Purdue is beatable. They've shown that over the last month especially. But I'm going to start with Northwestern. 20-10 record overall. 11-8 in the Big Ten. 7-5 quad 1. They came out hot, started out 5-0, took 2 losses to Pittsburgh and Auburn. That Auburn game was 42-43. Despicable. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's Big Ten basketball. Every loss and every win looks like a good one. Northwestern is on a 3-game slide with 1 game left to close the season. They play Sunday against Rutgers, last game of the season. They just lost last night to Penn State in overtime. That must have been a thriller. I can't believe I didn't see that game. Like, not that I watched it, but like, I watched 2 or 3 games last night, and I didn't see like any highlights or updates. Matter of fact, I might have been on my phone. I was doing a lot of. I was counting my record. I literally went all the way back to November 7th, tallied up every win or loss because I don't be checking and Xing. I just live in the moment. So I do remember hearing something about Penn State keeping their hopes alive by beating Northwestern. Overtime thriller, though, I didn't realize that. They lost to Illinois, Maryland, and Penn State in the last week and a half after going on a 5-game win streak. So definitely a streaky team from what it looks like. They can definitely get hot here, win this last game against Rutgers. I doubt it. And I don't know. They can make some noise. I don't know how they're projected to be a 6 seed right now. I think they should be more in the 9 to 12 range. That's the weird thing about the tournament, though. They usually save the lower seeds for mid-majors, teams that nobody gives a damn about. They really like to stack the odds in the tournament. That's one thing I've never really been a fan of. But it's because of schedule. So I do kind of get it. A team that plays a weaker schedule, you're going to get a 12 or 13 seed instead of a 6 seed. Even though Northwestern should be in the 12 or 13 seed, they should be in the 6 seed if you really break it down. But it doesn't work like that. And who am I to change the way the world works? Let's get to look at this real quick. They got 2 players averaging 14 and 17 points. Boo Buie is a darn monster. I'm not saying this team is going to make noise in the tournament, but it's going to take a Boo Buie dropping 30 or 40 points each game to do so. That's what it takes in a tournament. If you're a team like this, you need your star to be a superstar. If he comes out and just scores 15 to 16 points, I don't see this team getting out of the first round. Offensively, besides Boo Buie, they are abysmal. 207th ranked in offensive efficiency in the nation. However, their defense is nothing to play with. Top 50 defense, ranked 44th in defensive efficiency. A little above average pace, 136th ranked on the pace. They don't turn the ball over. That's one thing. Everything else is in the 300s, 200s. Their free throw percentage is top 50, which is amazing. Love free throw shooting teams when it comes to the tournament. Free throws win or lose games. But they are 10th in the nation in protecting the basketball and 35th in the nation at creating turnovers on the defensive side. They guard inside the arc at a cliff of 45th in the nation. But somehow they only guard the 3-point line at 204th in the nation. So this team is a disaster for a tournament team. Definitely a team to look to fade in the first round. At number 6, you'll probably get a good number on the 11th seed. I should have left the bracket up so I could tell y'all exactly who. I mean, it's projections, so it don't really matter. But I just want to see right now, as a 6th seed, who they're projected to play against. It'll be Mississippi State or Boise State. So not too terrifying of a team right there. However, you get a team that can shoot threes and Boo Buie has a cold night, expect this team to lose in the first round. That is Northwestern. Moving on to Iowa, baby, which I don't know how this team is hanging around. 19-11 overall, 11-8 in conference play, 5-8 in quad 1. Down 10 with 40 seconds left. I will never forget this against Michigan State last Saturday. Coach Fran with the stare down. They need to get shirts made. I'm sure somebody's making some shirts. Coach, stare me down instead of Mr. Wipe me down. Shoulders, chest, pants, shoes. He's Mr. Stare me down. Glasses, hands on hip, intensity. You looking at you. Anyway, after the stare down, I laughed my chest off. Was texting, making fun of him to everybody. I look up and they beat my Michigan State team in overtime. So we're not going to talk about that too much. This team is an offensive juggernaut this season. They've been streaky, also to say the least. Um, they'll win two, lose two, win two, lose two, lose three, win four, win two, lose two, win three, win two. So that's what they've been doing all season. They got one game left, and it's on Sunday. They just beat Indiana badly on Tuesday night. Um, I still can't believe they beat Michigan State, man. Anyway, they got the last game against Nebraska. Well, definitely, not definitely. They'll probably win that one, go into the tournament with some juice. However, this team is dog awful when it comes to defense of stats. They got Chris Murray, Keegan Murray's little brother, averaging 20 points per game. One cat averaging 14, one cat averaging 13, another cat, two cats averaging 10. Offensive juggernauts, fast-paced team, 70th in the nation in pace, 17th, 17th ranked in offensive efficiency. They are fourth. Sure, Lord have mercy. They are fourth in the nation at protecting the basketball. After that, they're about average everywhere else. Defensively, however, they're 267th in defensive efficiency. They give up 1.05 points per possession. They don't foul, though. That is the one good thing you can say. They're 18th in the nation at giving up free throws to field goals against other teams. Eight seed. They're projected to be an 8 seed right now. I guess I'll just do this for every team really quick. Projected to be an 8 seed. 8 seed. They play NC State right now, who I think that'll be a diggity dogfight. NC State, coming out of the ACC, is used to playing against offensive teams. And just like this, I don't think Iowa would give them any trouble. I'm not saying they'll beat them. I think it'll be a good, close game, regardless of who wins, unless one team just gets hot and blows them out. I really couldn't call that game, Iowa and North Carolina State, off the top of my head. I'd probably go with North Carolina State. But I think the spread will be dog even. I think it'll be, either team will be favored 1.5, 2, right there in that 8-9 matchup. I don't know. Iowa's defense is scary. I don't think if they get past the first round, they're gonna run into a number 1 seed most likely if they stay at the 8 seed. So definitely don't see Iowa making a deep run this year. However, anything can happen. It is all about matchups. If they drop to a 10 seed or if they move up to a 7 seed, they have a whole different path and a whole different probability. Iowa definitely a fun team right now. They're getting hot since the stare down. Let me look at one more thing before I move on real quick about this Iowa team. Yeah, they was on a, excuse me, they was on a 2-game losing streak going into that Michigan State game, and they were down 10 with 40 seconds left. That could have put a hole in their season. Say they lose that game, they would have been 18-12. Then they go into Indiana. Say just say, hypothetically here, the momentum's against them. They lose to Indiana. They go on a 4-game slide right there, and they're 18-13. I don't even think I'm talking about this team right now. So that stare down and comeback definitely saved their season, rejuvenated them, and gave them some jiggity juice. Moving over to Illinois, Brad Underwood, my dog. This is hilarious, man. They got this button out. I've never really clicked it, but I was about to be lazy and click it. It's like 2023 bracket preview and just read it and just steal everything that they say. I click it. This shit's from 3 years ago. They're talking about they got the Big Ten regular season title and peaking at the right time. Kofi Cockburn 21. Like, bro, that man don't even play no more. This website, man, lets me down every single time. I don't know why I use it. I just like how they break down the rankings and the efficiency. That's sad though. Illinois, Brad Underwood, baby, 19-10, conference record at 10-8, quadrant 1-3-8. That is the scary part about this team. Um, this team makes me mad when I watch them. Like just the eye test. I don't know, man. This team has made me mad the last couple of seasons watching them though. I loved Ayu, whatever his name is, cat that plays for the Bulls. I loved him. I loved Kofi. I loved their last couple of squads, but they always had one or two players that just peed me off. This year, their whole team pees me off. Honestly, this might be a bad joke. I pray this kid is all right. I hope he's all right. After they lost to Ohio State on Sunday, the transfer from Baylor got caffeine poisoning from drinking 5 Monsters while playing video games. If that's not the whitest thing I've ever heard, that's the joke. That's why I feel bad about saying it. I hope he's all right. Wish him a full and healthy recovery. Hopefully those 5 Monsters gave him some superpowers. Sometimes this team blows teams out. Sometimes the team gets blown out. They are the most up and down team. The two things about this team that I've witnessed from watching them, they're a slow starting team. Maybe you want to catch them live when they go down 10-12 and get a mean, crazy money line and hope they come back in the first round. They're projected to be a 9 seed. Right now, they would be taking on Texas A&M. But they're a slow starting team, man. Every game I watch, they go down 10-15 in the first half and then fight their way, claw their way back. And sometimes they get over the hump and come back, and sometimes they fall short and end up just letting the other team go on a run to end the game and lose by 12. Defensively, they're top 30, however, and efficiency, number 28, only giving up 0.94 points per possession. Offensively, they're dead average, 138th in the nation, averaging 1.06 points per possession. Dead average in pace, 181st ranked in the nation. Offensive rebounding, they're 56th in the nation, and guarding inside the 2-point range, they're 10th in the nation, and 2-point percentage for them is 14th in the nation. So that's about it. Once you get past that, everything else is in the hundreds as far as ranking goes. Defensive rebounding, they're 88th in the nation. So I don't know, man. This team can go either way. I think they're in a bad spot at a 9 seed. I think this team would be better off at a 6 or 5 seed, even a 7 seed maybe. But I don't see them moving up unless they go on a crazy run during the tournament. They have 2 games left against 2 teams I think they're going to lose to. That's Michigan tonight and Purdue on Sunday. 2 fun games to watch. I don't know. This team is, like I said, I really don't know. So they are the most up and down team I've ever watched. The other thing, besides slow starting, they give Brad Underwood this close to a heart attack every game. He shouldn't have to fight and sweat and yell that much every game to get this team going, yet he has to literally rip these kids a new one. Moving on to Indiana. Definitely should not be a 4 seed. They are projected as a 4 seed. I think they should be more like a 20th seed. Get their track. This is out of here. That's a joke. However, not a joke. I don't see this team. Their team, I don't know, man. Let me break down the stats. Personally, I test. Been watching this core of players play 4 years together. They ain't it, bruh. They are not it. They went on a hot 5 weeks in the middle of the season, but before and after that, they have been abysmal. Truly abysmal. I still don't know how they beat Purdue twice. I don't know, man. This team is just, their last game is, I don't know, man. This website sucks, bro. I'm gonna stop using this website after today. That's a joke because I'm not doing any more breakdowns after today. I already got all these stickety stats written down. Tracy Jackson Davis, man, he's an X factor, of course, of course, of course. As I like to call him, Tracy Ellis Ross for his female tendencies of being soft. He has one move, a little stutter step, and then he goes to the spin move. I see Indiana getting bounced first round. I don't even want to read these stats. This team is trash. But that's not my job to be biased. Let's look at the stats. 128th ranked defense, 185th as far as pace goes, 73rd offensive efficiency, 31st in effective field goal percentage. After that, they're 17th actually. That's pretty good. 17th in 3-point shooting percentage. I don't think they shoot a lot of threes, is why their percentage is high though. However, definitely an attack the paint team. Other than that, stats are trash. Like I said, Tracy Jackson Davis, he's averaging 20 and 11. Can't take that away from him with 4 assists to boot and 3 blocks. Amazing, amazing talent. However, he doesn't have the mental fortitude to bring it night in and night out. However, he did break a record this season that I admire and love. 4 weeks in a row being the Big Ten Player of the Week. Not only is that impressive to be the first player to ever do that, it's even more impressive that he did that in a season where Zach Edey has been dropping 36 and 20 on people's heads. So, like I said earlier, though, I don't know if the committee did that because they know Zach Edey's getting the Wooden Award. Let's just give Tracy Jackson Davis all the weekly Big Ten awards so he feels good and has something to bring home to his mother. I'm sorry. When you're doing TV, you're not supposed to let your own bias run the show. I didn't plan on a dog walking Indiana when I started this. But the fact that they're a 4 seed, I mean, it just really rubs me the wrong way. They're 20 and 10 overall, 11 and 8 in conference play, 5 and 8 in quadrant 1. Like I said, when this team shows up, they're pretty good. When they don't show up, they get beat bad. Not a lot of close games. They either win by 20, lose by 20. That's a 4 seed. Like I can't get over that. 4 seed. Let me see where they at. They will be playing Southern Mississippi, of course. They have right now projected they have the easiest route to the Sweet 16, and I still think they don't make it. San Diego State, Oral Roberts, Indiana, and Southern Mississippi in that Orlando bubble. My bad. I got so many teams to get through. Let me get through it. Already 30 minutes in. Sheesh. And I saved the good ones for last, like a fool, and then still wasted all the time on the bad one. I'm going to touch on Wisconsin very quick. I do not think this team makes the tournament. Do not know why they are in the tournament right now. Michigan beat them. I thought when Michigan beat them, Michigan and Wisconsin would switch. At least that's how I explained it to my girlfriend right after Hunter Dickinson hit the 3. She walked in at the perfect time for me to just give her a 7-minute explanation of all that was going on. And she didn't ask for it. So shout out to her for being a trooper, sitting through it, even though it was probably the most boring thing she's ever heard. Defense ranked 97th in the nation. Offense ranked 270th in the nation. But again, like I said, I don't think this team should even be in the tournament. They have a huge game tonight. Maybe that's what the committee's doing. They're waiting for tonight. I think Michigan's still their spot. Michigan plays Illinois. Wisconsin plays Purdue. I think these games have a big, huge indicator of which one of those teams will make the tournament. But yeah, I mean, 16 and 12 overall record, 8 and 10 conference record, 6 and 6 in quad 1. I think that 6 and 6 in quad 1 really saved them because a lot of these teams I just named have a losing quad 1 record. They're at least 500 against quadrant 1 teams. They've had 2 3-game losing streaks, and they have not won back-to-back games since December 30th and January 3rd. So literally, how did this team make the tournament? They have not won 2 games in a row since pretty much last year. I mean, December 30th and January 3rd, very early in the conference schedule. And December 30th game was against Western Michigan. January 3rd was against Minnesota, the worst team in the Big Ten this season. So not impressive at all. Other than that, they win one. After that, they lost 3, won 1, lost 3, won 1, lost 1, won 1, lost 1, won 1, lost 1, won 1, lost 1. My guess is that they do the same. I think they're going to lose tonight against Purdue. But they are at home and they are dangerous. I don't know, man. I was nervous to take Purdue -4 strictly on Purdue's performance, not really Wisconsin. But if I didn't say it, they're 97th ranked in defense, 270th. Yes, 270th ranked offense. The one good thing they do, they're third in the nation at protecting the basketball. It's literally the only thing they do is not turn the ball over. 239th in pace. They play together. 4 players averaging double digits, and I can't tell you who any of these guys are. I don't know, man. Wisconsin's a conundrum why they're even in this tournament. Don't know why I spent that much time talking about them anyway. Now, this team is an exciting team. I should think they should be higher ranked. I can't believe Indiana's a 4, Northwestern's a 6, and then Rutgers is a 9. Like, who is doing these rankings? Rutgers, baby. Defensive efficiency, 5th in the nation. Talk to me, man. 18-11 overall record, 10-8 conference record, 6-6 quadrant 1. Very similar to Wisconsin now that I read that out loud. However, I don't know. They went on a 10-game skid in the middle of February, which kind of hurt them. A 10-game skid. A 3-game losing streak in the middle of February, which kind of hurt them. However, I think they bounce back, man. They got Minnesota and Northwestern to end out the season. Let's win both of those games, get to the Final Four of the Big Ten, and I think they can move up from this 9 seed spot. However, I think they're a dangerous seed at the 9 seed. One thing I am worried about this team come tournament time is their offense completely disappearing. As I said, 234th ranked offense, however, 5th ranked defense. I'm not going to read all these stats trying to get through this, and if you're the 5th ranked defense, guess what? All your defensive rankings and efficiencies pretty good. 11, 31, 58, 15, 22, 60. They really only have 2 over 100. So beautiful, 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 beautiful defense. Look forward to watching Rutgers. I actually love Rutgers, believe it or not. New Jersey's finest. Moving on to Purdue. They're 1 seed right now, ranked. It's crazy because I remember December 29th thinking this team can go undefeated. And then the very next game, I bet the money line on Rutgers plus 390. Still the best bet and the biggest line I've hit in college basketball all season. However, after the Rutgers game, they continue to go 9 games in a row. 22-1 this team was, and somehow they've been 2-4 since that mark. Like I said, they have Wisconsin tonight, Illinois on Sunday. Both of those games will be huge for the other team trying to improve their seeding. 24-5 overall record, 13-5 conference record, 9-4 in quadrant 1. I'm sure this team has gotten some of the most buzz, so I'm not going to talk about them much. They are 45th ranked defensive team, 13th ranked offensive team. I'm sure y'all know this. They work through Edey. They got some young guards that run around and hit shots and bring some energy and some emotion. They are first in the nation in free throw attempts. However, they are 253rd in the nation in free throw they're 53rd in the nation. I'm reading this wrong. My bad. Sometimes the wording of this is pretty bad. They're first in the nation in not fouling. Second in the nation in offensive rebounding. 10th in the nation in defensive rebounding. 53rd in the nation in free throw percentage. 47th in the nation in 2-point field goal percentage. Again, as y'all know, Zach Edey dropping 22 and 13 with 2 blocks. That's crazy. Tracy Jackson Davis averages more blocks. 3 more teams to get to. You're listening to Captain By a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dives, breaking down the Big Ten for your brackets. Starting in 10 days, man. Brackets coming out. It's sneaking up on me. All right, Maryland. This team is a surprising team, a conundrum, if you will. Maryland haven't lost back-to-back games since January 1st and January 5th. Very underrated team coming into the tournament. 20-10 overall, 11-8 in the conference. This is their only downfall I see is 3-9 in quadrant 1. This team is ranked 76th in defense of rankings and 76th in offensive efficiency. So 76 in both is crazy to me. I don't know if you believe in numerology, but sometimes when numbers line up, you just get a little extra mojo from the universe. None of their stats really jump out. Maryland projected to be a 7 seed right now, which is kind of cool, man. I like that spot for them. They'll be taking on West Virginia. Huh? How do they make the tournament? Maryland will be taking on West Virginia, and then we'll lose to UCLA. Mark my words. I mean, that's if this bracket stands. The bracket's definitely going to change up after the conference tournament weeks go by. Now, this is the team that right now is not projected to be in the tournament. And when you look at the stats, you can see why. However, maybe it's because this is my third favorite team in the whole nation, not just the Big Ten. I'm predicting that they make a run to close the season, even though they have one of the worst coaches in college basketball history. Already on a 3-game winning streak. 2 huge games left against Illinois tonight, Indiana on Sunday. They can pull those 2 off and end on a 5-game winning streak. There is no doubt in my mind this team will make the tournament. I think they'll need 1 or 2 Big Ten tournament wins also to solidify it, stamp it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's out of them and Wisconsin, man, who gets that 11th spot in the play-in seed, and I don't know how Wisconsin still holds it over them. Oh, wait, 17-12 overall record. 11-7, however, in conference play in the toughest conference in the nation. 3-10 against quadrant 1. Horrible. Defensive ranked 142nd in the nation. Offensively ranked 114th in the nation. A lot of this is coaching. They have a lot of talent on their team. However, horrible coaching. Horrendous coaching. A new nickname alert. Jawan Horrendous Coaching Howard. They are 11th, though, in protecting the ball. That's about it. This is all I can say about this team. Hunter Dickinson dropping 17 and 9, even though his usage is... I don't know what Jawan Howard is doing to this guy, man. I don't know. I don't want to get into this too much. I think this team is going to go on a run, however, and make the tournament. And I think they are dangerous to make a run through the tournament. If you look right now, and I'm correct that they steal Wisconsin's spot in the tournament, I lied. They'll have to play Arizona State to even get in the damn tournament as a play-in. And then they'll be lined up against Big Bad Kentucky. And then if they win those 2 games miraculously, looks like they'll be running into Shaka Smart and Marquette. If this team even makes it, those are 3 of the toughest games this tournament will ever see, how it's projected right now. There is like 0.00000000000 next 10 minutes, 0.3% chance this team makes the Sweet 16 with this road ahead of them. Now, to close out the bracket previews, I've done every division. I've done every small school. I've done 5 weeks of this. 10 episodes have been slowly put into bracket breakdowns of teams, what to look for, what not to look for, what can hurt them, what can help them. And I will end it all with my favorite team, the Michigan State Spartans. Tom Izzo in March is a real thing. I think this is the most, take all this with bias, I think this is the most dangerous team going into the tournament strictly because none of these metrics matter with this team. They have dogs on their team, and they play defense at an impeccable rate. I think no matter who they run into in the tournament, they have a chance to win it. No matter what these things say. 18-11 overall record, 10-8 conference record. Y'all don't believe me, huh? We'll see. We will see. Michigan State with one game left on Saturday against Ohio State. 153rd ranked defense. I don't think that's correct. 151st ranked offense. How can I say our ranking's incorrect? Oh my God. Hilarious. 183rd as far as pace goes. 52nd in defensive rebounding. 21st in guarding the 3-point line. 5th in 3-point percentage. 28th in free throw percentage. Now I know what y'all thinking. This guy is a Michigan State fool. Did you hear what I just read? 52nd in defensive rebounding. What wins games? Defense. What finishes defense? Rebounding the basketball. 21st in the nation at guarding the 3-point line. Nobody in this tournament will be able to just shoot this team out the gym. Oh, and guess what? They're 5th in the nation at 3-point percentage. Maybe they'll shoot some teams out the gym. Oh, you want to foul them? 28th ranked in the nation at free throw percentage. Free throws and rebounding wins games. Guard play in the tournament wins games. This team has 3 of the most tenacious, most cold-blooded guards on any team I've ever seen. They will play defense like they're trying to rob you. They will hit shots like their mother's life depends on it. They're not going to turn the ball over either. 77th in the nation in turnover percentage. I love this team, man. Tyson Walker, Joey Hauser, AJ Hoggard, Jaden Atkins, Malik Hall, Mady Sissoko. I'm trying to find that other cat's name. I don't know his name. They got another big man I like. They got 2 other big men I like. I love this team, man. Again, like I said, take all this with bias. This is my second favorite team. Really, my first favorite team. But I'm loyal to Syracuse since I like them first. However, Tom Izzo in March is my dog. That'll conclude the bracket breakdown. Previews. Now, I'll touch on this again next week. But for the next 10 days, it'll be all about conference tournaments. Tomorrow, me and Jaden Chandler Parnell will break down every conference tournament. The big ones. All these little ones, the big ones. We'll break down the big 7 to 8 conferences, maybe 5 to 6. I don't even know how many big conferences there is. Pac-12, Big 10, Big East, Big 12, SEC, ACC. That'll probably be it, those 6. And then we'll go day to day next week talking about the conference tournaments leading up to Selection Sunday. And what I will do is I will be here live Sunday night. Wow, they give out the bracket. Initial reaction to matchups as I write down the bracket as it comes out. You can watch and not fill your bracket out, but you can get the bracket and watch me at the same time. I feel like nobody wants to do that now that I say it out loud. But I'm going to write the bracket down, initial reaction as it's happening live, and then I'll probably spend another 30 minutes after they go off of air talking about just what jumps out at me in the beginning. And then, yeah, that whole week will be full of content for the tournament. Like I said, I got time to break all that down for you. Let's get into tonight's slate. It's Thursday night, March 2nd. I have 3 bets here for you guys. Let me look at some things real quick. I'm not going to waste too much time on tonight's slate. Sorry, my girlfriend's grandpa calling me. I've been playing phone tag with that man for like 2 weeks. Thursday night, baby. Oh my God. I might have to double down if this number is right. Sometimes ESPN numbers be off though, compared to real books. While I'm looking at that, I can go over it. Sunbelt, second round. The MVC starts tonight, baby. Where we at? Where's it at? Seven tournaments are already in action, and tonight the MVC tournament will join them. That'll be 8 tournaments going on. By Sunday, we will have 8 automatic bids. Nothing makes me more excited. Yeah, I got the Patriot League already. Man, I'm geeked up, man. Geeked up. The ASUN tournament was the first one to start. They are in their semifinals, down to the last 4 teams. I like Liberty, man, to just win the whole thing. They blew out somebody yesterday, Bella Marine or some shit. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting lost in the sauce. I just love this time of year. I wanted to touch on all these conference tournaments. Oh, yeah, the West Coast Conference tournament also starts tonight, which is the worst tournament bracket I've ever seen in my life. Dude, they play like 5 rounds. Gonzaga and St. Mary's get like a 5-round bye, not just a 1 or 2. Like literally, Gonzaga and St. Mary's already in the semifinals. How is that? What is that? What happened to competition? I mean, they're automatically in the Final Four of their conference tournament out of 10, 12 teams. They should at least have to play 1 game before the semifinal. It shouldn't just be set up for Gonzaga St. Mary's to meet again in the final like that. I think that is ugly for the league. I've never noticed that before. It hit me the other day. Oh, my bad. Anyway, getting to my picks tonight. One of these I really don't like, but how can I not? Man, that's crazy. I am about to double down, man. I got Michigan +4. I'm about to take them +5 because what the is going on? They really think that Illinois is gonna. Let me not double down, man. I'm getting too excited. I got +4 in Michigan. You can get +5 right now. I'm a double down. I just don't feel like wasting time on errors, logging in and stuff. Michigan +4. You can get them +5. Taking on Illinois tonight. I think Michigan has the urgency, man. Illinois, not that I hate them, but I just can't get behind this team this season. Give me Michigan getting a huge win tonight. Purdue getting a win tonight, solidifying Michigan making the tournament, or at least for now. Give me Houston taking on Wichita State. Give me Houston -17 and a hook. This is the one bet I really don't like because Houston, for some reason, has not been covering numbers as of late. They just been kind of, I don't want to say trotting. They just been kind of going through the motions, waiting for the tournament. I feel like, I mean, they still been winning by 15. but I need them to win by 15 in the hook. So tonight, the 17 in the hook kind of makes me a little nervous. I think they still win by 12 to 15. Nervous about them winning by 20, but it'd be nice. I bet it anyway. I don't know. Went against my gut. The last bet of the night that I have for you guys before I let you go, Arizona taking on USC. Arizona taking on USC. USC is hot, hot, hot. Arizona, I don't know. Coming off of that buzzer beater loss on Saturday, I think they come out with a little extra. Ugh. I don't know what word describes. Ugh. Give me Arizona -2 in the hook on the road tonight. I think they win this game by 5 or more. Those are my 3 bets for tonight. Michigan +4, Houston -17.5, and Arizona -2 in the hook. Thank you guys for listening. Appreciate all of the love, like, and support. I will see you guys tomorrow. This is Captain By a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dives. Please take all wagers at your own risk, and please gamble responsibly. Dives.